Can Yaman uncut? Controversy, confession, and comeback. The story that's shaking the world, a magazine news and gossip exclusive. What does it really mean to live in the public eye? Can a single word dismantle a global career? What happens when national pride clashes with personal truth, and a beloved star finds himself standing on the fault line? These are not just dramatic headlines. These are the living, breathing questions surrounding Can Yaman, one of the most compelling and talked about figures in international entertainment today. For fans around the globe, his name conjures images of romantic drama, charisma, elegance, and cultural crossover. But behind the polished exterior is a storm, a media whirlwind unlike any he's faced before. In an exclusive tell-all interview, Can Yaman finally breaks his silence. And what he says is nothing short of explosive. The interview that stopped the press. After months of silence, speculation, and growing online division, Can Yaman sat down for what may be the most important interview of his career. His tone was clear from the beginning. This wouldn't be a carefully curated PR stunt. This was truth, emotion, vulnerability, defiance. "I've let people speak for me long enough," he said, his voice carrying both weight and weariness. "Now, I need to speak for myself." In the hour-long segment, which aired across multiple countries and dominated streaming platforms within hours, Yaman addressed three major issues: the surprise cancellation of his show El Turco, the chemistry rumors with his Italian co-star Greta Ferro, and the now notorious Italy versus Turkey question that set the internet ablaze. The El Turco situation, a tale of two markets. El Turco was supposed to be Can Yaman's crown jewel, the series that would cement his place as not just a Turkish heartthrob, but a genuine global talent. Co-produced by Turkish and Italian production houses and backed by massive streaming support, the show had all the ingredients for international success. But despite strong international numbers and streaming success from Latin America to South Asia, El Turco was abruptly pulled from Turkish platforms. Fans were stunned. The Turkish media was ruthless. And questions started flying. Was it a failure in Italy? The host asked. Yaman's answer was firm. Not a failure, just misunderstood. It didn't capture Italy the way we hoped. That's true. But worldwide? We connected. People felt the story. That's what matters. Yaman also revealed how deeply invested he was in the project, personally and professionally. "This wasn't just a job for me. It was a project I poured my soul into. The cultural research, the language immersion, the fight choreography, every day was a challenge and a gift." And fans agreed. Despite local challenges, El Turco found life online. International audiences praised its storytelling, Yaman's performance, and its cross-cultural themes. But in Turkey, the backlash was just beginning. Greta Ferro and the power of screen chemistry. No Can Yaman project is complete without a romantic plotline, and El Turco delivered. Greta Ferro, a rising star in Italy, played opposite Yaman, and their sizzling on-screen chemistry led to instant fan obsession and, inevitably, off-screen rumors. When asked about their dynamic, Yaman was nothing but respectful. "Greta is incredibly talented. We had immediate synergy, not just as actors, but as scene partners committed to delivering authentic emotion." Was there more? The host pressed. Yaman laughed. "We're actors. We're not our characters. People want to believe there's something real behind every kiss, every glance. But that's the magic of cinema. The truth is, we respected each other immensely, and that's why it worked." It was a refreshing take, professional, honest, and grounded. But that wouldn't be the last time the interview veered into dangerous territory. Italy or Turkey? The question that set the internet on fire. Near the end of the interview came the now infamous question. It was framed casually. If you had to choose where to live, Turkey or Italy, which would it be? Without hesitation, Yaman answered, "Italy." And within minutes, Turkish social media erupted. What was intended as a simple answer about lifestyle quickly spiraled into accusations of betrayal. Hashtags calling for his cancellation began trending. Nationalist commentators weighed in. Longtime fans expressed disappointment and hurt. It was a digital wildfire. It was never about loyalty, Yaman explained, clearly shaken. It was about my current reality. Life in Turkey right now is very difficult, politically, economically, emotionally. I was speaking honestly about my experience. But people heard what they wanted to hear.
He paused.
My heart will always belong to Turkey. That's not up for debate. But for some, the damage had already been done. A nation divided, and a man in the middle. What followed was brutal. Sponsorships withdrawn. Casting offers in Turkey pulled back. Interviews cancelled. Media coverage turned hostile. And Can Yaman, once a national treasure, found himself suddenly labeled an outsider. You give everything to a place, he said quietly, and suddenly, you're treated like a stranger. But despite the hurt, he didn't lash out. I get it.
People feel strongly.
They love this country, and they want their celebrities to reflect that love. But I never turn my back on anyone. I've always carried my culture with pride. Is a comeback in the works? In the days following the interview, an interesting shift began. Turkish producers who had previously distanced themselves started reconsidering. Private discussions reportedly took place. There were rumors of negotiations to bring Can back into domestic productions. He's too big to ignore. One insider told magazine News and Gossip. His international reach brings prestige. Even those who criticized him know that. And Can? He's open but cautious. I want to work where I'm appreciated. I want to tell stories that matter. If that happens in Turkey, great. If it's in Europe, I'm ready for that too. Italy's embrace, and a star that shines brighter than ever. Meanwhile, Italy has fully embraced Can Yaman. From billboards in Rome to appearances on national talk shows, he's become a staple in Italian media. Brands clamor for his endorsement. His fluency in the language, coupled with his magnetic presence, has made him a favorite among audiences. Living in Italy has opened new doors, he admitted. But it hasn't changed who I am. I'm still that boy from Istanbul. That will never change. His ability to seamlessly bridge cultures is rare and powerful. I'm not picking sides. I'm building bridges. The fans, loyal, global, and loud. Perhaps the most heartening part of this entire journey has been the unwavering support of Can's global fan base. Across every continent, from Turkish expats in Germany to Italian superfans and Latin American admirers, messages of love, defense, and admiration have flooded social platforms. You've reminded us that identity isn't limited by geography, one fan posted. Talent is universal, wrote another. Can, you carry all of us with you. Yaman teared up when asked about the fan messages. They've kept me going on the hardest days. I can't thank them enough. Lessons learned, and a future unwritten. So, what has Can Yaman learned from the most intense period of his career? That words have consequences, he said, but also that truth matters. And if you speak from the heart, people will eventually understand. Despite the personal and professional toll, Yaman remains focused on what he does best, telling stories that move people. This is just one chapter. I have many more to write. And judging by the buzz surrounding his next potential projects, in both Europe and Turkey, it seems the story is far from over. What's next? So, where does Can Yaman go from here? A triumphant return to Turkish TV? A major role in European cinema? An unexpected leap to Hollywood? Wherever he goes, one thing is clear. He's not backing down. He's not hiding. And he's not done. The world will be watching. And magazine News and Gossip will be reporting every step of the way. Because Can Yaman's story isn't just about fame or failure. It's about identity, resilience, and the price of honesty in the age of instant judgment. Tell us what you think. Was Can Yaman misunderstood, or did he cross a line? Should he return to Turkish television? Or is his future firmly in Europe? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to follow magazine News and Gossip for more breaking stories from the world of stars, scandals, and second chances.